Satnam and Namaste. I hope you're all doing fantastic. Again, I seem to be sharing on a Friday instead of a Wednesday, but hello all the same. Thank you for gathering this afternoon. The reading that I just pulled for us for this weekend was my intention, since I kind of missed the middle of the week, was from Alana Fairchild's Rumi Oracle. And the card that I just drew for us now to focus for the rest of this weekend is number 37, Sacred Soul Sister. Sacred Soul Sister. When you are conscious, a cloud of sadness surrounds you. When you are beyond consciousness, the moon rests in your arms. When you are conscious, the beloved moves out of your reach. When you are beyond consciousness, the ecstasy of love moves your way. When you are conscious, you are depressed like fall. When you are beyond consciousness, the winter cold feels like spring. All of your wavering is due to your longing to be stable. Look for your instability until you become stable. I love you. I am your other self. I am with you always, your partner on this soul journey. I am the you that you do not see. I am the you that speaks through intuition and instinct. I whisper and sing and shout my crazed truth-telling to you through your dreams, through your body. I am the you that is wise, that trusts in life, that knows. I am the you that sees reality rather than appearance. I am the you that knows how to be happy and free. There is a valid point of view that we travel this path of our life journey alone. Our deepest descents into the psyche happen alone, when we meet death alone and come into the world alone. And yet there is a vaster perspective that we are never alone, that it would be impossible to really be alone. We are connected to life, to all of life, and there is no such thing as being alone in reality, only in limited and temporary perception. As if such community were not enough, there is a partner, an ally who journeys with you from birth to death and beyond, again and again. You have a sacred sister, a sister of your soul. She weaves the stories of truth through dreams and insights that come upon you as if from nowhere. Perhaps they drop into your mind or seem to erupt from within you, but that is her talking to you, demanding or reassuring, depending on what the occasion best calls for at that moment. Her truths may seem overly dramatic, so you may discount them as workings of an overactive imagination, or perhaps her truth tales are so subtle you dismiss them as meaningless, fleeting fancy. The wise ones know, however, that the truths of the sacred soul sister are powerful, relevant, and worthy of time and attention. They know her oftentimes strange and startling offerings hold the key to unlock entire worlds, to open up new realities, and to transform the nature of our existence. From the deepest and most esoteric spiritual levels to the most palpable, practical, daily realities of our living bodies in the physical world. Your sacred soul sister is your partner in consciousness. Make no mistake, she is you. She is just the part of you so great you cannot always see her from your conscious mind. It is sort of like the eye of the dog trying to see its whole self, which it is a bit tricky, for as it moves to see its rear, so the rear is moved along too. So rather than direct perception, the sacred soul sister is met through reflection. She can be perceived in the moments of rest where great ideas are born. She's a genius, you see, vastly creative and inspired. Her words are those we access in sleep and meditation, or absorbing engagement in activity where the mind can relax and drop into realities far more vast than those of daily life and be replenished. To tap into her wisdom, to distill a teaching from a fragmented memory of a dream or a subtle feeling experienced in meditation requires that you walk with her gait and not the fast-paced, forward-moving center of your conscious and intellectual mind. Her gait is meandering and apparently unstudied, yet she is in deep concentration to feel for the truth of movement, to allow for what is emerging express itself through her, and she's listening rather than demanding to know, to force, to speak, and to direct. To receive her genius and benefit most fully from it requires a willingness to surrender logic and open up to inspiration, to become empty, to let the mind soften and become receptive, open, and permeable. She delivers questions that lead to answers, but not according to demands issued by an insecure and fearful mind. She offers what is genuinely needed and answers the deepest questions of the heart. She is trustworthy, this sister. She cannot betray truth. Therefore, she can be relied upon as a faithful way-shower for the heart. So to commune with her, wise as the impulse is, requires that you learn the ways of her world and the strange symbolic language she speaks. She will never tell you what you already know. Why be so inefficient? No. She prefers to educate, elucidate, intrigue, and beguile as you are drawn into far more beautiful, powerful, and helpful truths. So in her world and in her language, you must suspend your need to immediately understand. Let yourself absorb the imagery, the feelings, and the possibilities to dwell, ponder, and be permeated by the wisdom. The appearance of a horse may signify your own spiritual being, and the appearance of you may signify a false sense of identity and not the real you at all. You may see desert landscapes and moonlit nights in your dreams. When so much inner growth is happening, you will soon bloom like the springtime. You may dream of charging up hills with great energy, when in your physical world you can barely muster the strength to get out of bed in the morning. What does this all mean, this apparent contrary, world upside down, nothing is as it seems symbolism? The meaning is the communication, and the communication is received in repose, in reflection, in quietness, and in rest. And you must trust her, and trust yourself. When something needs to be known, so it shall be. This is necessary, so much less than what we expect. Your lack of knowing is not ignorance, your unknowingness is your bowing to life with trust. She has come to you through this oracle to remind you that everything is all right, that she has your back, no matter what appearances may seem to be to your more limited, dog's-eye consciousness in the light of day. She is guiding you with her wider knowledge through circumstance and situations that are ultimately going to free you into a greater love than you have ever known. No matter whether you feel like a rat in a maze or a bewildered drunk stumbling through labyrinthine back alleyways trying to find your way home again. No matter how out of control life may seem, she's letting you know all is proceeding just as it should, and that her will shall manifest. Her will is your wholeness, your completion. Her will must manifest and shall, because her will is nature. It is growth. It is God. She is God in you now. Remember that you'll realize, if you don't mind the ending before being told the last chapter, that everything is going to be okay. This oracle comes with particular guidance also. You know something, deep in your bones, without knowing how or why, or without particular reason, you just know. It doesn't make sense, but you know it. It may be joy that you know. It may be that you know to avoid a certain situation. It may be that something is going to work out beautifully despite appearances to the contrary at a particular moment. It may be that you are meant to take a certain path. You just know. This oracle comes as confirmation that your knowing, mysterious as it is your sacred soul sister talking to you. Trust in it and act, or not, accordingly. So the honoring ritual is as follows. Kneel or sit comfortably, preferably on the ground. If you're sitting, put your feet on the ground without your shoes on. Somewhere you feel grounded and anchored to the earth. That could be on the floor if that's practical for you. Rest your hands on the ground or on your legs, whatever's most comfortable for you. Say out loud, I call upon the sacred sister of my soul, the shadow priestess of wisdom, in the temple of love. You guide me to love, and under the merciful grace and protection of Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, our relationship is one of respect, care, and divine guidance. May I be blessed with receptivity to your genius and capacity for the grace of growth. So be it. Rest here for a few moments, and that's the completion of your ritual for number 37. Sacred Soul Sister. I hope this sparks your wonder or interest or resonates somehow with you for the rest of this weekend. I send you highest vibrations of love and unconditional love and light, and I will see you next week. Thank you.